The movie begins with a chilling scene by the pool. A young man and woman, Brad and Cindy, are lifeguards who just finished their shifts. Instead of heading home, they stay behind, chatting and getting cozy on top of the water slide. Their quiet moment doesn't last long. A shadowy figure carrying a machete approaches and, without warning, brutally murders them both. Time passes, and the graduating class of Artsengischer from Valley Hills High School prepares for their big celebration. The chosen venue is Wet Valley, a large water park that promises 3 full days of fun, slides, and parties. The idea came from Alice, a former student who organized the entire event. The seniors are thrilled, ready to swim, relax, and enjoy their last days together before parting ways. Here we meet our protagonist Josh. Alongside his friends Chad and Slim, he's part of a small band called The Blades. They're scheduled to perform during the celebration, hoping to leave a memorable mark on their classmates. While preparing, an elderly man named Conrad introduces himself. He's been the caretaker and maintenance worker at the park for 35 years. Despite his age, he's energetic, committed to his job, and clearly knows every corner of the park. Later, Josh and his friends run into Kim, Josh's ex-girlfriend, who now works as a lifeguard at Wet Valley. Their short conversation makes things awkward, especially since Kim's current boyfriend, Tommy, notices her interest in Josh. His jealousy starts to bubble beneath the surface. In another scene, Josh calls his father, Michael, inviting him to the park to watch his band perform. Michael agrees, showing that despite their differences, he supports his son. We're also introduced to Priscilla, another park supervisor, and a Itzenjubai Jushurar Valley Hills graduate. Rumors circulate among the seniors that Priscilla has a tradition of choosing one student each year for questionable reasons, though nothing is confirmed. The students then enjoy the park's star attraction, massive twisting water slides. Everything is going smoothly until a group of careless teens takes alcohol down the slides. The stunt causes injuries and broken glass in the pool. Paul, the park's owner, is furious and orders Conrad to clean up the mess. Later, Josh, Chad, and Slim bump into Kim and Tommy again. While Tommy is distracted setting up sound equipment, Josh and Kim sneak away for some alone time. Behind Tommy's back, they begin hooking up, reigniting old sparks. Meanwhile, Josh's father has dinner with Priscilla. Their conversation reveals that Priscilla is married to Paul, and Michael, a wealthy man, hints that Paul doesn't appreciate the woman he has by his side. As night falls, Josh and Kim return to join their friend. The Blades take the stage, performing energetic covers of Basher's hits. The seniors cheer while Kim pretends to disapprove, hiding her real feeling. In the audience, both Michael and Priscilla watch the show. At this point, Tommy still doesn't know about the betrayal, but then disaster strikes. A video of Josh and Kim hooking up, recorded secretly, is leaked in the seniors group chat. Tommy sees it. Enraged, he storms the stage, attacking Josh in front of the entire crowd. The chaos doesn't end there. Priscilla discovers her husband, Paul, cheating on her with Alice, the very same woman who planned the event. Emotions spiral out of control as personal secrets spill into the open. That night, Michael approaches his shaken son, offering comfort and advice. He also mentions his plan to purchase Wet Valley, seeing the park as a valuable investment. What he doesn't realize is that Alice overhears the conversation. Furious, she confronts Paul, accusing him of planning to sell the park and abandon her. Drunk and irritated, Paul reassures her that he'd never sell, since the park is his only reliable source of income. Eventually, the party winds down, and the seniors settle in for the night, but not everyone is asleep. A mysterious figure sneaks into the water slides, carefully installing 2 massive metal blades inside, arranged in a deadly X shape. At the same time, Michael strolls through the park, surveying the ground. Unbeknownst to him, someone is following his every move. The story continues with Michael, Josh's father, who is suddenly ambushed. He's shot in the leg and dragged into a shed. Inside, his worst nightmare is revealed: the lifeless bodies of Cindy and Brad, the 2 lifeguards killed at the start of the film. Meanwhile, Tommy's life is falling apart. He's been fired from his job, and Kim has officially dumped him. Despite everything, Tommy refuses to let go. he still loves her deeply. Conrad, the longtime caretaker, confronts him, bluntly saying Kim doesn't care anymore. Still, Tommy clings to the hope that he can win her back. Later, Conrad begins preparing the slides for the day, turning on the water. Unknown to everyone, the hidden blades remain inside one of the slides, waiting to strike. Priscilla, instead of working, spends her time fooling around with Slim, shirking her responsibilities. By afternoon, the seniors gather for a big competition. The prize is woo ballards, and teams must race down the slides as quickly as possible. Naturally, Josh and Chad are eager to compete, but Slim is missing. Then Tommy suddenly appears, announcing he's entering the contest as a visitor. The others don't like the idea, mocking him for showing up after everything that happened. With no sign of Slim, Josh and Chad convince Kim to join their team. As everyone lines up, Tommy notices something strange. Water is leaking from one slide, and small fragments of the slide's material litter the ground. Alarm bells go off in his head. He realizes the slide has been tampered with. He rushes to warn the others, shouting that something is wrong. But no one believes him. To the seniors, he's just a bitter ex and a buzzkill. Conrad waits by the pool, ready for the race to start. Tommy refuses to give up. He tries convincing Paul, the park owner, and Priscilla that the slides are dangerous. But again, his warnings fall on deaf ears. The organizers give the signal, and the competition begins. In a cruel twist, one of the seniors angrily shoves Tommy down the very slide he was warning about. At the same time, 3 girls launch themselves down behind him. Seconds later, screams erupt. The water gushes out blood red, followed by severed limbs tumbling into the pool. Chaos explodes. Conrad jumps from his seat, spraining his ankle as he rushes to help. Tommy, stuck midway down the slide, inches closer to the deadly blades. His only hope is that no one else followed. Desperately, Conrad radios Priscilla, urging her to stop the event, but the walkie-talkies fail. Above, Priscilla, unaware of the horror unfolding, encourages Paul to take a turn down the slide. Josh bolts upstairs, begging everyone to stop, but it's too late. Paul is already sliding, trying to resist the rushing water. Meanwhile, Tommy and the girls who were trapped ahead of him are pushed straight into the blades, killed instantly. Moments later, Paul loses his grip and meets the same gruesome fate. Panic consumes the park. Conrad orders Chad and Kim to shut off the water pumps. They race into the shed only to make a grisly discovery. Michael's corpse lies alongside the 2 lifeguards. The horror is no longer just a rumor. With the massacre complete, the survivors are left to process the tragedy. Soon after, Josh learns from a lawyer that his father left him a sizable inheritance. But one major detail remains unfinished. Michael had been negotiating to buy Wet, intending to demolish it and replace it with a massive shopping complex worth millions. Because Paul, the owner, also died, his wife Priscilla is now the sole beneficiary of the deal. The inheritance money flows to her. The camera lingers on her, smiling with eerie satisfaction. Then, in the final moments, her past comes into focus. Years ago, Priscilla's brother was killed at Wet Valley. She was there, a helpless girl forced to watch as no one came to his aid. That childhood trauma burned deep into her soul. Now it all makes sense. Priscilla orchestrated everything. She carefully planted the blades, manipulated events, and let the bloodshed unfold. Was it revenge for her brother's death, or pure greed for the inheritance and ownership of the park? Perhaps both. Whatever the case, the Archenling Iserba tragedy was no accident. It was Priscilla's plan from the very beginning, executed with cold precision.
End the movie. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other recaps and subscribe for more content. And leave comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.